Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another exciting Warp Tuesday. And especially exciting this week because this week, after what seems like a very long time, we got new Star Trek to watch. In just a mere 2 days, Strange New Worlds Season 3 will premiere, and we've got 10 weeks in a row of fresh, uh, and in my opinion, very fun Star Trek. So, because of that, I decided we would do the show from the bridge of the Enterprise. As you can see here, we are at the science station, and we're going to be doing a little bit of research tonight. We have some things to talk about, and I'm going to need your opinion on a couple of matters here. So we'll get right into it. First off, first off, before I forget, because I'm likely to do so, we will check here, and this is, of course, you know, could change at any time. Of course, could change as soon as I post this video. But as of right now, I have 400 subscribers on my channel. So my son said, I was like, I've been sitting at 399, then you go up, you go down, and he's like, no, you're at 400 now. I'm like, well, 400 subscribers, it's Warp Tuesday. That's something we got to talk about, right? So thank each and every one of you who has clicked that little button and gets notified when I sit here and I post my goofy videos on the internet. For the life of me, I'm just happy sitting here talking about Star Trek, making these videos, and if nobody ever watched it, I would probably still just keep doing it. So the fact that there is 400 people that have clicked that button and have said, well, this guy seems like he might be interesting enough to listen to when I've got a few minutes. I appreciate that. That's really nice. And my son also pointed out, I've been doing this for 7 years already. 7 years of making Star Trek videos on YouTube. That's awesome, right? I didn't even really realize that it had been that long, but he said, no, look, here's your first video, and it was something like July 10th. 7 years ago. So, my youngest son he's only 5, right? So it's kind of crazy. So anyway, thank you again for watching. Very cool just to have you all aboard to hang out as we talk about some Trek. So what else is going on in the world of talk about Trek? Well, first off, what are we reading right now? Look at this bad boy. This is The Wrath of the Prophets. This is a joint effort here. We've got Peter David, Michael Jan Friedman, and Robert Greenberger. And when you get the three of them together, it's usually fun. And I've just gotten to the point in the book, too, where, you can tell they've got their three storylines kind of divided up now, right? So now I get the enjoyment of trying to guess which author authored which part, and I'm sure there was collaboration and stuff too and all that, but that's very good. Just having a very good time with that. Also, interesting to note here as well, the Star Trek Journal, which I've started, my goodness, when did we start? We didn't start this 7 years ago for sure. No. We started this 5 years ago. Not quite to the day, but the first book that we read and we documented here in our little journal was Star Trek Titan Taking Wing. And that was back in, probably would have been June or July of 2020. So then 5 years later, look at this. We've got all these notes, these ridiculous notes on all these fun Star Trek books, and sometimes we put stickers in there. But we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pages in this book. And then it will be a complete, and that means nothing, obviously. It's just my little notebook that I write notes in. But I don't know, there's some sense of completion coming into that and finishing it. So that's going to mean that basically it'll end with a bang, because we are in the middle of Peter David book Trek. And once we finish the Wrath of the Prophets here, we're going to be getting into some Starfleet Academy stuff for some fun. And then we're going to be getting into, I can't move that now, but there's there's some good Peter David stuff coming to wind out, finish out the summer, finish out the book, and then we start fresh with a new book, in going into the fall. It's going to be cool. It's going to be exciting. So that's what's going on immediately, as far as the reading and all that stuff goes. In the world of toys, we get ever closer to our Nacelle Company shipment. They said, I believe, sometime in August. So hopefully very soon here in the next, month or so, we'll be doing some very serious toy reviews as we go in deep. We're going to be really looking closely at these things because they look really great. And I think they would deserve a very detailed look into it, right? So, what's going on? What is going on? We've got, of course, Strange New Worlds coming on Thursday. But this upcoming Saturday, I'm excited to say, I am finally going to be able to attend the meeting of the USS Uhura. So, if you guys don't know, I am a member of the Federation, basically, and that is a charity group. Let me see if I can find it here. Boom, here we go. I want you to join the Federation. The International Federation of Trekkers is a charity group. They have chapters all around the world, basically, and they are based here right in my backyard in Sandusky, Ohio. And of course, that's where the Star Trek headquarters is at, right there in the Sandusky Mall in Sandusky, Ohio. The ship, that I'm a part of is the USS Uhura, and I'm excited to announce that finally, it seems like something always comes up. I'm never able to attend these meetings. This Saturday, I'm going to attend a crew meeting finally again. I attended one maybe last August, and since then there's always been something that came up to keep me away from it, right? So we're going to have a crew meeting, discuss what the Federation is doing to help the local area here, because that's kind of the whole point of each chapter, is to reach out and see what you can do to help out in your area, right? So we're going to have a meeting, and then following that meeting, we're all going to sit down and watch Strange New Worlds in Federation headquarters on their big screen TV. So I couldn't be more excited. They are doing a potluck, and I said to myself, don't I have a Star Trek cookbook? And of course I do have the Star Trek cookbook. So I went through here and I got a few different ideas about what we could possibly do. So the first one I saw here, we'll look at this together. This is, of course, from Deep Space Nine. You guys will all remember the delicious groat cakes. The groat cakes. Anyway, the groat cakes sound good. You need, some Rice Krispies, some rolled oats, some peeled carrot, and apple, grated. So it sounds interesting. You're going to cover the whole thing with some syrup of squill. So that is definitely an option. Getting a little bit crazier, we could go with the gah, right? Look at that. I mean, normally it is served alive, but I don't know how that would go over at the potluck. So we would go with the recipe here, which, is a little bit different, but still, look, very true to the look, right? So we've got that, we've got the groat cakes, we've got the gah, and the final one, oh my gosh, which for me right now seems like it might be the most sensible option, and probably quite delicious, would be the Hasperat. A very delicious Bajoran dish here. Bajoran dish that includes spicy kimchi, bell peppers, and cream cheese, basically. So that could be a very good potluck kind of thing, Make these, cut them up into small kind of finger-sized pieces. Do it the night before. Put them in the fridge. The flavors meld together. All right, this is talk about Trek. It's not talk about cooking. I do enjoy cooking, though. I will say that. I don't know if I've said that before. So I think this would be pretty good. I think the deal, though, is I would have to make some for myself. Try it out for myself. See how it turned out. adjust and modify as necessary. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hasperat, Ga, Groat Cakes. I want to bring something to the potluck. Of course, I'm going to watch the premiere of Strange New Worlds on the 17th, on Thursday, and I will probably wake up early to do it. I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped about it, and I think before we're done here, maybe we should sit down and actually watch the trailer together. So we'll cue that up over here, and we'll see if we can't sort that out. Yeah, here we go. We'll watch that one. That seems to be the best one. So, now let me kind of get into, I don't know, my favorite Star Treks, of course. And I've said this many times. It's always going to be TNG, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. Like, those are my top three, right? And when it comes time to put something on, put something on in the background even, or put something on just, while you're doing something else, or even, just to focus on as well, it always comes down to those three, right? I've not went and gone back and watched Strange New Worlds. I've not went and gone back and watched Lower Decks. But look at this. I got this now, so we can do that for sure. I've rewatched Prodigy maybe once. And I will say there are a few episodes of Strange New Worlds I definitely watched more than once. The musical episode, definitely one of my favorites. I'm very excited for this show. I like what it does with the kind of, I guess this is the format for this show, basically, with these kind of bottle episodes, and they each have this kind of theme as well, right? And I think they're really leaning into that pretty hard here in the new one as well here. Mute and rewind. So I like that a lot. Who doesn't love Captain Pike? The number one is fantastic. I love Ethan Peck's Spock. I really, my only complaint about it is I just wish that there could be more. I don't like the 10 episode seasons. I feel like you don't have enough time to build up, like you would. But again, that's just me railing against time, right? It's a new time, and that's just how it is, right? And there's just nothing we can do about that. So, but for what we're gonna get, Strange New Worlds is awesome. And I think these 10 episodes are going to give us a wide variety of stuff. And I'm not going to look too much into it. I think I briefly looked at the episode titles once, and we'll watch the trailer here at the end. But then after that, we're just going to jump on and enjoy the ride, right? Because it's new Star Trek, and we've got 10 weeks to look forward to. And we know, too, how this is all going to end, right? They've already announced it's going to end in Season 5 with a shortened Season 5. So we're looking at maybe 25, 28 episodes, if we're lucky. But you have to think now, too, that they've got this path going forward that they're going to go down. So I'm excited to see where that's going to go, right? So, without further ado, let's see if we can't get ourselves a trailer to watch here together before we call it a Warp Tuesday, right? Let's see. Nope. All right, hold on. We're going to get there. We're going to do this. And we're going to do that. Boom. Look at this. All right. Here we are. Captain Pike. Strange New Worlds. Season 3 trailer. Let's go.
Someone once said space is dark and cold. Our job is to bring light, bring warmth, bring life to wherever we go. Is this a hidden situation?
It's whatever kind of adventure we want it to be.
This crew is a team, the finest Starfleet has to offer.
Indeed. It's possible they don't know about us. They know about us.
don't trust me with your baby brother. It's madness.
We have to stop this invasion. Prepare all weapons.
We are going to find our way out of this.
Scotty.
It's 1 in 1,000 we get it done right or don't blow ourselves up on the way.
I like those odds. We'll just turn it off before we blow up.
Give me 5. Now, down low.
Why would you do that?
Because you are too slow.
All right. So that's what we're looking at going forward here for season 3. I'm happy. It looks good. It looks engaging. It looks like there's plenty of action, and it looks funny, right? I forgot to mention the crossover Strange New Worlds Lower Decks episode. That one I watched multiple times. And just the fact that this crew, that this production group that has put this show together, was able to do that and also make that musical episode in this incredible 10 episode season that featured so many other fun episodes, really kind of makes me excited for what we're going to see next, right? You could see in the trailer there were some interesting looking sets, some interesting looking costumes going on, so it's going to be exciting, right? And we've got only 2 more days until we finally get to see it, so let's get ready. What can you do to get ready? I would say, at the very least, if you not watch any of Strange New Worlds, you could watch maybe the first episode. No, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know how to suggest. The very least you could do is watch the end of season 2, right? Watch the end of season 2, because it is a cliffhanger. Love Star Trek cliffhangers, right? And leads right into this one. Big trouble with the Gorn. Scotty just joined the crew. Who knows what's going to happen? So, going to be very exciting. Looking forward to it. Glad to be here on the bridge of the Enterprise, taking care of Mr. Spock's science station for him. As always, my friends, live long and prosper, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.